Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. It is a brand new year and I just have a lot of feelings about it. I feel like we all have a very collective feeling of absolute disbelief about how fast everything is going. And so to keep those feelings at bay, I figured I would do some journaling today and do something that I can actually control. And so today I'm setting up my bullet journal for the year. And if you are somebody who does bullet journaling or any kind of journaling at all, I hope you find something useful or any ideas from this video. If not, you are welcome to keep watching and I hope you still find it enjoyable. But without further ado, here is my bullet journal for the year. The journal that I'm using this year is the collab between Bullet Journal and Leuchtturm 1917, which is the Bullet Journal 2nd edition. And there are a lot of really nifty features on this notebook, such as the built-in grid guide in the side of the notebook, and it just helps you plan out your pages much better. There are also 3 bookmarks, which are very helpful if you want quick access between different pages of your journal, as well as some stickers, which look so fun. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be using them or not, but they're always really nice to have. There are months of the year, days of the week, some nice copper stickers, as well as days of the month. And finally, there is an instructional packet that tells you what you need to know in setting up a functional bullet journal. And I believe there's also a QR code that gives you more information if you still need it. One of my favorite things about opening up a brand new journal is just writing my name down, and this is just so satisfying to me. Here I'm using my fancy feather calligraphy pen, and as you can see, I'm a little rusty, but it's all good. And afterwards, I'm going to be writing down my contact information, but we will skip that. For the theme, I really wanted to look at my stickers and see what I already had, and I noticed that I had a lot of bread themed stickers, and so I decided to do a French boulangerie themed yearly spread. So here I'm just drawing a bakery facade, and I'm not quite sure where my ruler went, but we are making do with what we have, and I'm definitely not trying to make it perfect. I'm trying to achieve a more doodled look, and it definitely shows. Some lines are a bit wonky than the others, but it is all good. I am definitely having fun and enjoying the process. Next, I'm just using these tiny bread stickers, which are the perfect size for my display case, and they are just so cute. I have to remind myself to use the stickers that I buy because I do have a tendency of just storing them. And besides, there's definitely something about actually using the stickers that brings out the inner child in me, and it just makes me so happy. I'm continuing off the drawing with a really nice table and chair for the outside, and also a quintessential scalloped roof for the bakery with some stripes in it. Finally, I'm just doing a free-handed lettering of 2023 and filling it in with the same micron pen. I'm using the 0.25mm pen, which is my absolute favorite, and it's great for outlining and filling in as well. I decided I wanted to add some colors, so I'm using watercolor pencils to bring the drawing to life. These colors remind me so much of La Durée, which is one of my favorite French bakeries known for their macaroons. I'm also taking that same inspiration to add some gold swirls to make it a little bit more fancy. For the finishing touches, I'm using a stamp to add my very own bakery cat, and also a vase for the table and some flowers on top. I also wanted to add a quote that I want to embody in the year 2023, which is "Done is better than perfect." And I definitely get so caught up with details sometimes, as you can see here, but I hope this title page reminds me of that every time I see it. Moving on to the yearly log for this year, I'm using that same scallop design and also adding the 2023 lettering and filling it in, and this is just so boring and so annoying, but I have found that it really helps to see the whole entire year at a glance. Looking at birthdays and anniversaries, when does Christmas fall this year? I think it's just so fun to be able to visualize the year as a whole. And I definitely took this time to reflect on the coming year and the things that I had to look forward to, such as trips that I have planned with my family, turning 27, which is absolutely wild, and a lot of other exciting dates coming up. I'm finishing up this spread with some washi tape and some more bread themed stickers. This spread is definitely much more simple and minimal than the first page, but I love it and it is functional and will serve its purpose very well. Next, I'm setting up my goal spread by using this page from a vintage book that I got from the San Juan flea market. I have a video of it and I'm going to be linking that on the top right corner of this video, and it is the largest antique market of its kind in the whole entire world, and it's just so full of treasures. I also drew, colored, and cut up this baking roll ahead of time, and I think the inspiration that I was going for with this page is a more vintage baking kind of vibe. And so then I'm just using some vintage ephemera and some more stickers, and also using some stamps for the typography. Going along with the theme, I'm using this mason jar stamp, which I'm going to be using not for ingredients, but for the goal areas that I wanted to focus on this year. I don't really do New Year's resolutions anymore just because I'm so bad at them, but I wanted to carve out some space in my bullet journal to make some personal, career, health, and finance goals, and hopefully take some actionable steps into getting to where I want to be. For my next spread, I lightly sketched some designs with a pencil, and the idea was to create a Dutch door kind of design wherein the front is going to be some tables and some chairs, and the back is going to be a bookshelf where I can write down the books that I read in 2023. And I was really excited about this one and got a little bit carried away, which you'll see in a tiny bit. Just like the previous page, I'm just going over the sketch with my micron pen, and I had a lot of fun with this page. It was like imagining what my perfect bookshelf would be. It would definitely have a vintage camera or two, some plants, a globe, and even a vintage bust of some guy or a girl. I just love marble busts in general. And of course, tons and tons and tons of books. I figured the quickest way to add some color to this was to use watercolors, which I did, and I tried to do it as loose as possible, nothing too crazy, and still it took a lot of time. Also, if you're watching this and you're doing bullet journaling and also seeing other people's spreads, I just wanted to offer a gentle reminder that it is okay if your bullet journal doesn't look like other people's bullet journals. I feel like one of the most beautiful things about doing this is that it is really up to you and it depends on what works for you, and functionality goes above everything else, in that the art and all the little things are just a bonus. It matters that it works for you, and it matters that it works for your lifestyle, and that you have fun with it. I definitely want to focus on reading a lot more this year and also diversifying my reads. Funny enough, the quote that I have in my title page about done is better than perfect does not apply to this at all. I really want to be more firm with myself in not finishing books that I don't like. And if I feel like I want to throw the book to the wall, that's probably a good sign for me to stop and not finish it. And I just feel like life is too short to finish bad books or bad movies or bad shows. And that is the kind of energy that I want to bring into 2023 in terms of my reading habits. Here I'm just creating a reference to mark the books that I read this year. I'm going to be drawing one line for fiction, 2 lines for nonfiction, and this is just to remind myself to not stick to one kind over the other, and finally a diamond one to mark books that are written by people of color. Finishing up with some bread stickers, and it just looks like such a cozy corner in a cafe where you can enjoy your food and read some books. And here it is. Here is my Books I Read spread. I am so obsessed with it, and I definitely feel motivated to read more this year, and I can't wait to use it. I'm setting aside this next page for future YouTube video ideas, and I am just so determined to grow my YouTube channel this year. And so if you have any recommendations on the kind of content that you would like to see from this channel moving forward, I really would love to hear them. I have a lot of great things planned for this channel, so please keep an eye out. And if you like this video, or if not, it's up to you. It would be great to hear some feedback, and I think it would be so fun to do more bullet journal videos like monthly logs. And I probably will not be able to do January just because it is a little late and I plan to do it a little bit more simple, but I am excited to jump back into it on February and show you guys what I come up with. Finally, for this last page, I'm just doing a very simple design of some doodling, stamps, and stickers, and this is just where I'm going to be keeping track of the new media that I consume this year, like music, movies, and shows. And that is it for this year's bullet journal setup. I'm going to be doing a quick flip through, starting with the title and the quote of the year. Next is my yearly log with my calendar and some important dates. Next are my personal, career, health, and finance goals, as well as the books that I've read. I think this one is definitely my favorite spread. Then I have my YouTube video ideas, and finally, music, movies, and TV shows that I've seen. If you're still watching, congratulations, you have made it to the very end of this video, and I know it was a little bit of a longer one, so thank you so much for sticking around. And I just wanted to say Happy New Year, and I hope that this year brings you good health, peace, and happiness. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.